Hello Health Seeker, it's Rich here, the quick liberated lifestyle message. So Saturday morning, I am cycling through London. Went on a long old bike ride. I was out there for 4.5, maybe 5 hours. And on the way home, on the last 5 kilometer stretch, I passed through a really built up area in London. And as you know, anyone who's driven in London, there's a traffic light, what seems every 10 meters at least. And some pedestrians had pressed the button. Obviously the lights went red, pulled to a stop, let them cross the road, and did the usual cycler trick of jumping the red light. So getting ahead of the traffic just to make it easier for everyone. And that's my honest intentions behind it. But I got called out by a pedestrian who just crossed the road, and he said, "Oi, can't you see it's red?" And I may have told him to get stuffed. And what he said after that was quite interesting. He said, "Well, I hope you get crushed by a lorry. That would be fun, wouldn't it?" So as I'm cycling the next few kilometers home, I'm just pondering the gravity of what he said, and the fact that my actions of just jumping a red light on a bike, not harming anyone, breaking the rules, yes, granted, he called me out correctly, but his response to me telling him, "Thank you, I don't really appreciate your opinion on this matter," brought out some serious anger in this guy. And to condemn someone to death and claim that would be enjoyable to witness is a pretty heavy thing to say, really. And his projected punishment didn't match the crime. And it got me thinking as to where anger really comes from. And it's clear looking back on that actually what transpired, me jumping the light, him crossing the road, my comments really had nothing to do with his mental state. Really, he was carrying this anger around with him, and all he needed was something in his environment to deflect the anger back upon me. And this is classic human behavior. We all do it. Everyone is guilty of this. But the reason I make this video, the reason I make this post is to encourage you to look at the real motives behind your actions and behind your words. Because the world is a mirror. You've heard me say that before. The seer, the seeing, and the seen are the same. And when something triggers you, it's really showing you some unowned and unloved parts of yourself. It's letting you realize that, hang on a second, there's something inside of me that I need to work on. And if we haven't done that and we're not aware of this dynamic in ourselves, what we tend to do is we deflect this outward, we project it upon other people. So the anger that this guy put upon me was actually probably, and in all extreme likelihood, anger upon himself, because he knows that something's not right in his world, and he may not be aware of exactly what it is. This is the interesting thing. Unless you use positive reflection on your life, and unless you take some time to look back and analyze and reflect as to what exactly is going on, the chances are it's all going to happen on autopilot, and you can go through your days angry and frustrated, guilty, shameful, whatever it may be, and you can see that in other people and place it upon them, when really all the fingers are pointing back upon you. So what I encourage you to do is, next time you react, next time things push your button, take a gap, take a moment to pause, and it's in that space between stimulus and response that you get to think. And this is a difficult skill to master, but in that space you can make a better decision as to how to best respond to the people who push your buttons in your world. And all the time know that this is actually just reflecting upon you, not upon them. So thanks for listening. Have an awesome day. I'll catch you next time.